How to monitor open positions in Thinkorswim. So there's actually multiple ways to monitor open positions in Thinkorswim. If I do not include all of them in this video, my apologies. If you know of any that I don't include, please leave them in the comments. The easiest way to monitor open positions in Thinkorswim is under the Monitor tab. See these different tabs up here? So the Monitor tab right here. Then you have your different subcategories under here. We want to be under Activities and Positions. As a small side note, there is a way to that you could get some benefit from monitoring open positions in the account statement depending on what type of position it is. Let's just assume it's a stock or stock options position that would be under here, cash and sweep vehicle, but that would really require more detail and kind of a different video. But just be aware that that is something that you could possibly benefit yourself of monitoring open positions from information under the account statement. But the easiest way, Monitor tab, Activity and Position subcategory, and then under here, it usually starts out as unallocated. Anytime you see these little um, arrows, diamonds, something like that, if you see it pointing horizontal, you can bring it down and it opens up these different positions that I have. So now I see these 4 different positions and I can open these up and get a better idea of what's going on. For example, right here, days left to expiration, look at this, -1. So that's telling me something. Days to expiration 0, so that's telling me something. All right, quantity, that's telling me something. Right here, FCX, it's showing me that I have 200 shares of the actual stock, and I have short 5 options. So that's one way to monitor open positions. That's probably the easiest or the most common way. Now, there's a way that we can organize these. We come up here to this hamburger icon here that's parallel with on this line. So we drop that down and then under here, add group. Let's make a group called long stock. So now see I have unallocated, I have long stock. So right here, I can right click of course, after I drop down, right? It's closed. I guess it's in a closed position. Now I'm going to open it up. I see that I got 200 shares of Palantir. Right click, move to group, long stock. Now you see it move to that group. Same thing with BTCI. Drop this down so it opens it up. Right click on the actual position, move to group, long stock. Now this one, I'm long stock, but I'm also short puts. So if I wanted to, maybe I could make another group and I could call this one short put, long stock. And I'm calling it short put long stock, not because I have a short put and long stock, because this short put, I'm going to let go to expiration in attempts to become long more stock right here. You can call them whatever you want. You can call them whatever you want. Do whatever you want. It's the same thing. Right click on the actual position, move to group, short put long stock. Now watch it just moved. See how we have a 0 now on the FCX actual equity position. Now it's under here, the 200 shares. I'll do the same thing for the option. Right click, move to group, short put long stock. And then here, we've got it kind of organized. Now I'm going to leave this here because this is seems to be expired, and it's Saturday when I'm recording this, so I'm seeing what's going on with this. And the simulated trading accounts, sometimes they're a little funky. But okay, so that's the the general way to monitor open positions. Monitor tab, activity and positions, and then it'll be in here. Now, something else that we could do to monitor our open positions is we find a position that we want to monitor. Let's say these short puts here. I can right click on that, and from these different choices that it gives me, I'm going to analyze closing trade. And now it brings me to the Analyze tab. I don't have I do not have a desire to close this trade, so I'm going to delete this. I just did that so it would bring me with this particular stock to the risk profile. You can find the risk profile under the Analyze tab. Remember, monitor right here, we're to the third one down, and then risk profile. There's these different subcategories here. And learning how to use the risk profile is, in my opinion, extremely useful, but it's not really something for this video. So maybe I'll do some other videos on that later. Feel free to look for some on your own, but this is something that can really help you out. And it's a way to monitor your open positions. For example, let's take off this long stock. So now I'm just monitoring the actual 5 short puts. I'll give you a quick this range right here. This is one standard deviation right now under this hamburger icon. See the set price set slices. It's at, we're going to put this over here. Okay, so now this and this is a 10% movement from here down, 10% movement up. You can see down being 0 all the way up here, and this line right here is the 0 line. This is anything above here is profit, anything above here is loss, and we can change around these price slices and check out these price slices when you move this around and play with that. So let's get back to different ways of monitoring. So there's a lot that can be done in here, and as I mentioned, I strongly suggest you take a look at that. So another way we can monitor positions is on the chart. Go to chart, put in the stock that you want to be monitoring. So let's go back to FCX. So I'm short puts at the $30 strike price, and the days to expiration, quite a few. It closes here in 15 January 27. $30. Where's $30 at? Right here. So that's a way you can monitor. Then what we can also do is go down here to Activity Tool, and let's select this line right here, and we'll just draw a quick line from here to here. I'm going to make it, I'm purposely making it on an angle like that, and I'm going to go back to my pointer. I'm purposely making it on an angle like that, and then so you can see that it doesn't have to be perfect, because now I can right click on the line, edit properties, and I'm just going to change this to 30, begin point 30, end point 30, and now boom, it goes right to 30. So this makes it easier to monitor my open position of this, and I can move this around by editing properties. This is the way that I like to do it, edit properties, so it gets it exactly to where I want it to go. But if you just kind of want to eyeball it, you can click on it and then move it to wherever you want to move it. Drag it around here. So that's another way you can monitor positions. We can also monitor positions by creating a watch list. And so if this is closed, open this up. If you don't have a watch list on here already, you can add a watch list through here. But since I already have watch list, I'm going to drop that down. I'm going to find the create watch list. Let's call this positions. Now we'll add some symbols, FCX, PLTR, BTCI. I'm going to leave MMM off. And if I wanted to, see move up and move down, I can move Palantir down. So you can rearrange it. I'll save that. So now I have these positions, and then you can click this icon here, customize, and add whatever you want in here to help yourself monitor your open positions. You can play around with that. Now, in order to quickly go from the Analyze tab, Monitor tab, and the Chart tab, there's a way we can do that through our watch list. So we need to open this up right now. We're going to open this a little more and see this right here. See how it says link symbol? It's this little chain icon. Let's change this to red. I'm going to pull this back right there. Change that to red. And since we're on the chart right here, see it, the little chain link symbol there. Let's change that to red. And let's go to the Analyze tab, Risk Profile. See that little, the link? Put that there. So now I must have been looking at Coca-Cola before, because now it's pulling to obviously Coca-Cola. But watch this, FCX, boom. Now it's propagated with FCX in the risk profile over here on the chart. Part of monitoring open positions may at sometimes include looking at earnings. So we could go down here under the Analyze tab, earnings, and I've already preset this up. So it's showing me the next earning. You can see it right here. Also here in the fundamentals, it's already been linked. So you can get fundamental information, and that may also be useful to you in monitoring open positions. So those are a few ways that you can monitor open positions in Think